Good evening, everybody, and welcome to historic Holman Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire, former home of the Nashua Pride, Nashua Angels, professional baseball. Tonight, it's home to high school baseball in New Hampshire, intra-city rivals. You have Bishop Guertin, the Cardinals, on the field right now, warming up to play home team to Nashua South as the visitors. Of course, the Panthers in purple. I'm John Collins, pleased to be joined, as last week, by veteran high school coach in several sports, former teammate of mine in men's baseball, Ron Ducky Welliver is with us in the booth. And Ron, what kind of a game we got? We got a beautiful night, first of all, for baseball. Welcome.
Gorgeous night, John, for baseball. Thanks for having me back. After last week, I wasn't sure you were going to have me, but
no, that was your audition, and you passed with flying colors.
We haven't done anything since that Florida trip back in 1999, was it? Or
yeah.
2000 with the local
Billy Ferreter
and all those kids that ended up playing for me, but no.
Elks Crusaders, yes. Right? Wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
But what we're looking at now is BG's strength. What's their strength on defense? Their strength is their outfield. They're speedy, they're fast. They beat a good North team who's now second in Class L at 10-3, and BG's at 4-8. But they beat them by making them hit long shots into the gaps, and they ran them down in the outfield, John. The outfield, right field is Mac Blakeman. You got Carbonneau in center. I'm not sure who that is in left right now. We're just starting off.
We are just starting off with Ryan Gendron, the shortstop, right-handed batter, leading it off for the Panthers against Ryan Fitzpatrick. A battle of Ryans here as our shortstop, Gendron, fouls it off to the right. And out of play, it's a 1-1 count. Fastball missed inside. He swung at the 1-0 pitch and kind of inside out at it off to the right side. So we're underway, 7 innings in high school baseball. BG against Nashua South. A swing and a miss. Staying inside with that fastball is Fitzpatrick.
We got a pretty good infield here, John. At third base, Cody Gilchrist. You got Tony Phillips at shortstop. There's a shot up the middle right past him for a base hit.
Yeah, even Tony Phillips couldn't get to that one, Ronnie. Right back where it came from, up the middle. So the leadoff batter is aboard, Ryan Gendron, with a single to center to start things off this evening. South playing visitor. They come in with a record of 10-3. Very impressive. BG struggling at 4-8. Fitzpatrick has to go to the stretch right away here. It's a bunt, and it's a nice one towards shortstop. The third baseman's going to have to hurry. Safe at first base, speeding it out, Dylan Lustig. A beautiful bunt as it almost got past the third baseman, but it was well placed, yet Fitzpatrick falling hard off the mound toward the first baseline, Ronnie. That was the key there. The pitcher couldn't get to it, and with Lustig's speed, he turns it into a base hit.
Yeah, well, Cody Gilchrist actually made a good strong attempt to the ball, and if the pitcher didn't come off the mound, like you said, he would have had an easy play. But I like the fact that Tony Phillips was covering third. They couldn't make that extra base like we saw last week.
Big lead off of second base for Gendron. He might bear watching by BG as the fastball misses up and into the third place hitter, Brandon Cox.
I believe Brandon Cox is pitching tonight, John. He's their normal second baseman.
He swings over the top of what looked like a breaking ball from up here. We'll try to give you the pitches as much as possible. Usually I can tell the difference between the fastball, a change in the curve.
Unlike when you were hitting, John.
Wow, you didn't even miss a beat on that one.
Sorry about that.
Inside out swing right at the second baseman. It's a race to the bag, and Gendron's going to get back safely. A nice play made by Steve Cooper.
Steve Cooper, yes, he's starting at second base today. Football quarterback, state champion quarterback, a nice athlete, and doing very well for Mark Dietering's BG team this year.
Decent piece by Cox. He went inside out, but it was right into the positioning, double play depth by the second baseman, and he puts it away. Ground ball, a high chopper is going to get through the hole. A chance for Nashua South to score the first run with Gendron's great speed. He crosses the plate with ease ahead of the throw from left field. It was a good shot at the plate, but with Gendron's speed and a ground ball single, Ronnie, you're not going to get him. It's 1-0. The Panthers lead.
No, Gendron got a nice jump, and Dan McCormick jumped on an inside fastball and lined it right between third baseman Cody Gilchrist.
Yeah, I should give a little bit of credit to the batter there. Dan McCormick wasted no time. A lot of right-handed hitters, you will notice, in both lineups tonight. Very high fly to shallow right field. It is a tough sky in right always at this time of night at Holman, but this gets up over the sun. A long throw is third. It's a really strong arm throw, but good speed there by Lustig, and he tags up and goes to third base. Even though there's 2 outs, he's 90 feet away.
What I'd like to see, too, is Christian Furlan. He's over there backing up third base, and that was a strong throw from Matt Blankman, John, and he was actually backpedaling when he threw it off his back foot.
Blakeman out in right field. Yeah, you know, he really was flat-footed when he launched that. If it was online, I think he had
him dead. Had him dead. A little bit up the line. Christian Furlan, I believe he's a sophomore, John. He's out there in right in position where he's supposed to be.
So a fly out to right by Matt Hughes and another Matt Valcourt now the batter. 6 batters have come to the plate for South so far here in the first half inning. There's a bunt that's pop-fouled on the first base line. So a 2-out bunt try by Valcourt turns into strike 2.
Yeah, I'm wondering if BJ let him go on his own on that one or he called it. But yeah, I think Valcourt was trying for a little bunt single there, John.
Valcourt, right fielder for Nashua South, normally. Has an open stance very far forward in the box.
We'll find out where he is at the bottom of the innings. We don't have much information right now.
Curveball, nice curveball. Beautiful job by Fitzpatrick to avoid further damage. So it's a 1-run inning. Could have been a lot worse for BG. And the score 1-0 after a half inning. The BG Cardinals about to come to the plate. Of course, we covered the game when BG played against North 2 weeks ago, and BG came from behind and won that game in impressive fashion, one of their 4 wins on the season.
Too bad I had to miss that game, John. I mean, you got a strong Nashua North team coming in. Them there, they remember a week ago they 10-run ruled South and dumped them on the standings. And BG was able to pull it out and using their strengths, their speed in their outfield. And we all know Mark Dadian likes to play small ball, so he's going to keep South's going to have to be on their toes. Let's get the South defense here.
So as we watch South's pitcher warm up here, Ronnie, you said.
I believe it's Brandon Cox.
Brandon Cox is taking his warm-up tosses. He's got a good wrist action overhand on the fastball. So the standings at this point, it's impressive for Nashua's North and South both to be right near the top at 10-3. Goffstown is 11-2 at the very top of the Class L standings as of today. Then you have the 2 Nashua teams tied for second at 10-3, followed by Londonderry in 4th place, tied with Trinity actually in 4th place at 9-4. Keene, Spalding, Dover, Manchester Memorial, Salem, Exeter round out the middle of the pack, and then you go down to Alvern at 6-8, and locally, let's see, past Timberlane, Concord, Pinkerton Academy is 5-8, and then BG here on the field tonight 4-8 in the bottom third of the standings. But in baseball, as you know, anything can happen on any given day, and we're about to see what kind of bats BG have brought to Holman Stadium on this beautiful late spring evening here in May, a Friday evening. John Collins along with Ron Welliver. Our cameraman is Tim O'Neill along with you on Nashua's ETV. Our executive producer, Pete Johnson. Cox with a high and away fastball. Swung on and missed by Mike Spirito, number 7, the center fielder for the Cardinals. Leading off here, trying to match the leadoff batter for South, who got on board with a single and scored. That was Ryan Gendron, who I think he wears number 8, but also a right-handed hitting leadoff batter. Working very quickly here is Cox, and he throws that one in the dirt.
Brandon Cox, John, is a senior second baseman normally, one of their better pitchers also. He's going to Merrimack College. Starting next year, going to major in business.
Cox kicks and delivers. It's hit high to center, not deep. Cruising over to make the catch. South center fielder puts it away for the first out of the inning.
I think it's Jason Russo out there, John. I can't see him. I believe it is Jason Russo.
So Russo was well positioned, had little trouble with that high fly ball. 1 up, 1 down for BG here in the bottom of the first. I'll bring up Blakeman, our first left-handed hitter of the game. Cox throws, misses low. Gloved by Andrew Dunn doing the catching duties for the Panthers.
Matt Blakeman's second leader hitter on BG last year, John. Historically, he's been a second baseman, but he's been moved to the outfield.
Gets under this one. It's a pop-up in the infield. Gendron calling for it with the easy catch. 2 up, 2 down for BG here in the first inning. That'll bring up Alex Trammell. Or actually, I shouldn't say
yes,
that.
Trammell.
It is Trammell.
It is Trammell, yep.
Also a left-handed hitter.
Now, Trammell last year led the team in hitting with a .460 average. First team All-State. Batting third. He's hovering around 500 right now, too, John.
Cox appears to have some easy gas, Ronnie. He's gotten the ball he's gotten up there a little bit quicker, I think, than the batters are seeing it.
They haven't quite caught up to him.
They haven't
just
caught up
under
to
the
him.
ball, yep.
Let's see if Trammell can. The 3-hitter in the lineup. He also has a slightly open stance, upright, back in the box. Reminds me of John Kruk as he hits a 2-hopper to the second baseman. A 3 up, 3 down inning for BG. Nicely done by Brandon Cox, who works quickly.
There is some good news, John. The scoreboard might be in order there. We're just working on it over here, and hopefully it'll help us out
That's
later
a
on.
hypothetical score right there.
Yeah. 8-7, yeah.
It's already wrong because the first inning was 1-0 on the line score. So pay no attention at this point to the left field scoreboard here at Holman Stadium. John Collins along with Ron Welliver. This is New Hampshire High School baseball. We play 7 innings. And barring, of course, a 10-run rule, which it did happen to us on the Nashua ETV broadcast.
Very surprising last week. We thought we'd see a barn burner with North and South right next to each other, 2-2-3 in Class L. And we had a blowout, but that's what happens. You never know.
Field looks to be in pretty good shape. I guess there was probably a fear when the professional teams left here that it might deteriorate. As, way back, 10, 20 years ago, it was
still nice when, back when BG played here before the other teams, and I played here a few times with the old Nashua Dodgers in the 80s, and we loved it.
The city of Nashua does a good job. But
I'm talking to some of the parents and getting it from the players that the field just isn't the same as it was. Especially the second game, because I was here and I was watching, and they don't drag the infield between games.
That's a key thing, those spike marks. They can kick up some.
I noticed
change the complexion of the game.
And and I was on the field, and it's very, very hard going down the baselines, and and little things that when you get a professional team with paying somebody $40,000 a year, the field is a difference.
Right.
And the park director does a great job. Don't get me wrong, but they probably don't have the attention and the money to put what they probably need. But it's still a great field.
Alex Trammell doing the catching for BG. He was the third batter, the final batter of that inning, so it took him a few extra seconds to put the catching gear on. But he does it about twice as fast as I could. And he's up there catching now. His pitcher, Ryan Fitzpatrick's ready to go, and the batter for South is Andrew Dunn, the catcher for South. Hits one toward the hole, and it's in there for a base hit. It was knocked down by the shortstop.
Nice try by Tony Phillips.
Tony Phillips.
In the hole near that play.
Even if he came up with it, doubtful he would have got done.
So far, we got South finding the holes here, John.
Yeah, we sure do. A couple of times the ball's gone in that hole.
They sure as hell don't need any help with that lineup, but right now they're finding the holes and going with the pitch, actually. They're not trying to kill it.
It was almost like Dunn was thinking about stealing and stopped a third of the way. No throw from Trammell. Back to the bag goes Dunn. Jason Russo, the batter.
One thing that BJ mentioned to me, he mentioned to me about this South team is very intelligent, one of the best academic teams he's ever had, which is, as a coach, that's what you're looking for. You want to get kids on to college. But you notice them, they don't have that big, giant power hitter like they used to in the years. They have a good bunch of scrappy ball players who like to get on base and make things happen, and that's the forte of their game.
Foul tipped at the plate.
It's phone ringing somewhere, John.
Yeah, it's not for me. And it's not the bullpen either. Both these pitchers are doing fine so far. Ryan Fitzpatrick looking for the side. He's trying to put away Russo right here.
That's Christian Furlan out there, John.
Oh, Furlan.
BG, that's Christian Furlan.
Pitching, excuse me. Was he in the first inning too?
Yes, he was.
Okay, Christian Furlan.
I heard that Fitzpatrick. I didn't get a chance to get in there and help you out.
Thank you. Messed up my numbers again. Well, Furlan did an excellent job in the first inning. My apologies to him. And Christian is ready to throw to Russo. It's low, but he goes after it. It gets away from Trammell. It's going to be a strikeout and reached first on a difficult chance for Trammell. It was kind of burrowing into the dirt as Russo swung at it.
That's a tough play for Trammell back there.
Yeah, so how do you score that? You scored a strikeout and a pass ball, I guess?
Strikeout, you'd have to call it a pass ball.
You have to call it a pass ball. So on first base, it's not an out. It's a... it's funny how you call it a strikeout, but it's not an out.
Well, it's a statistical thing, John.
Yeah.
And Billy Moore, the normal BG catcher, is Trammell is the usual third baseman.
Off with the first pitch on the breaking ball and stealing second base easily was Jason Russo, staying put at third base with Andrew Dunn. And now this is a great threat that the South Panthers have with nobody out, 2 men in scoring position, and Frank Guertin waiting the pitch.
Well, one thing I like to see there, John, they threw it down to second base. There's so many times in junior, I do a lot of JV games, freshman games, even Babe Ruth, they just let the guy go to second base. I was always a firm believer, just throw the guy out.
Base, yeah.
They threw it out, and someone made the decision to cut it off when they didn't have him at second. But throw the ball down. I'm always a firm believer. Make something happen. Throw the guy out. In these days, when you have the catcher throw down there, and he is out, they're shocked that he actually threw it down there because that's not the norm anymore.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe my ideas of catching are, I like the catcher covering third on a bunt. I like him throwing to second base at first and third. Old school, but it always worked for me.
Guertin watches that breaking ball go in the dirt, so I believe it's a 2-1 count.
I got on a roll there, John. I might have missed a pitch or two. Sorry about that.
No, feel free. I want to dip into that huge knowledge base, Ronnie, and just get it all out. High fly ball down the right field line is going to go out of play over toward the concession
Notice
area.
The speed of Mac Blakeman on that, John. He was at the fence by the time. If that fence was not there, he'd have caught that. He must have ran like 70 yards.
Good thing it's there for his own protection.
Yeah, speedy outfield.
As he'd go clacking right onto the cement after it.
Matt Blakeman, WPI, going there next year. Hopefully he'll be playing baseball. Quiet kid from what some of the people are telling me.
There's a quiet requirement at WPI, isn't there? This is a play where the shortstop's going to go to first base. The throw home is not in time with a brilliant slide by Andrew Dunn to get around the tag of Trammell. And Ronnie, that was a case where Tony Phillips, if he elected to, could have walked over to third base and tagged out a runner.
Yeah, the runner at second base actually passed him in front of Tony. The guy in third base held, and he decided to throw to first base, get the out first. If he ran that guy into third base, then they have a double run down. They might have got 2 outs out of it.
That said, the first baseman, had he had quicker recognition of the runners trapped at third base together, maybe they could have got a double play out of that, and perhaps that's what Phillips was thinking about. A swing and a foul tip by Gendron, who singled and scored to begin the game, up for the second time in 2 innings, the leadoff batter for the Panthers. You see, I think that went through Tony Phillips' mind. He said he saw 2 runners at third, but he said, you know what, if I get a quick out at first, we can still have that rundown between home and third. But the quick speed of Andrew Dunn, he avoided the tag.
Yeah, BJ Never's letting that guy on third know, Mr. Russo, about the base running little gaff there.
Mistake.
But you know what? Josh Dobbins, the BG first baseman, one of the best fielding first basemen since Matty O'Hearn back in the 90s. Line shot to center, John.
It's crushed, but it's right at the center fielder, and it's going to be a good throw, but it's going to be late to get Russo is going to score the 3rd run of the game. He reached on the strikeout in the pass ball, and that hurts BG. They're down 3-0 here in the top of the 2nd inning. A sacrifice fly by Ryan Gendron, who's now 1 for 1 with a run scored and a run batted in.
BG's better be careful, John. Mark Dietering's squad does not want to fall too far behind South and get out of their game plan.
Bunt foul down the third base line.
Dylan Lustig's got some speed. They got some speed on this south side, and they all can bunt. We have our favorite bunter here from last game, as we remember. I didn't get in on time, but BJ has those guys putting it down. They're obviously been practicing it. Joe Russo, the center fielder, one of the better bunters on the team. We saw a nice bunt last week against North.
Of course, it was Lustig that laid down the perfect bunt single, and he chops this one high to the third baseman. Coming across the diamond with a solid throw is Gilchrist to retire the side, but not before the Panthers add 2 to their total, so they come away from that inning with a 3-0 lead. BG will be batting for the 2nd time in this game, with Nick Phillips and Matt Carbonneau due to hit 1-2 in the bottom of the 2nd inning. John Collins with Ron Welliver and Tim O'Neill on camera. We're at Holman Stadium. It's in that twilight area where the lights come on.
I'd rather look in the sun in a fly ball than catch it in those lights.
Yeah, and you say, don't let it be hit to me. Unless you're in the infield, you can see it okay. But some of those high flies and shallow outfield at this time of night.
It gets tough.
For old eyes, it's tough.
We can barely see the number on the center fielder, John, let alone seeing the ball.
Yeah, I can see 401. I'm glad of that, straight away. Best seat in the house we have right here, Ronnie. We have to remember that we're wide open to the elements here. It's kind of like you watch TV.
Foul back, John.
You got to be. You watch so much TV, you forget that this is more than 3D. This is 4D. It's gonna hurt if it hits you.
We got a good umpiring crew tonight, John. Ralph Wade, Matt O'Malley, both have excellent reputations in the umpiring field in New Hampshire. And so far, they've been right on the money.
Ralph Wade is behind the plate. Matt O'Malley is on the bases. And here's Nick Phillips, a football foe of yours, Ronnie.
Nick
BG.
Not a foe, really. I never
well, you didn't play against them, but as a coach for North, you coached against them.
No, actually, North didn't play BG. No.
Oh, that's right. You guys don't play in the same.
We scrimmage him next year, but
about.
Nick won't be around. He has the same football number at 37. All-state football player, John. Hitting 340, 350 right now. He's doing very well for BG.
Stands right on that plate. Takes a strike on the inside corner.
I stand corrected. I looked at my notes. He's hitting 367 right now, John. Has power. He usually DHs, little third base. Going to Coast Guard on a football scholarship.
How about that?
Heck of a linebacker.
Takes a fastball high. Do they have football at Coast Guard? I think they do.
They do. That's what he's playing. He's playing football outside linebacker.
Fouled. Oh, it just got the top rung of the net.
If we get a foul back from Nick Phillips, I'm getting out of the way, Sean.
I think that was labeled for our scoreboard operator.
I think so.
I think it was all about him there.
Well, you don't have to guess by looking at Nick Phillips that he loves lifting weights. He's obviously been in the weight room training for football.
Yeah. Strike 3 called. Caught the inside corner, a brilliant fastball right there by Brandon Cox, right over the top, painted. And as Phillips stands very close to the plate, that's a tough pitch to get your bat on.
He does a nice job pitching it to Nick. He came in and jammed him with the fastball. Nothing right down the middle. Nick will crush it. But it's a good job by Cox. He obviously knows what he's doing out there.
Carbonell swings at the first pitch and pops it very high.
Cody Gilchrist.
Cody Gilchrist, excuse me. Very high to the second baseman. And it's a second out of the inning. Strikeout, pop out. 2 up, 2 down for BG. Cox has retired the first 5 batters in a row.
You catch a number on that second baseman yet, John?
No, I need him to turn around.
Yeah. The number's on his shirt, I believe.
Strike right down the middle. As pitching coaches will say, best pitch in baseball, strike 1. Whatever you'd have to do to get it. Just missing the outside corner is Cox. A good mix of pitches here. Batter is Steve Cupa, the second baseman for BG. Taking a little bit off that get it over fastball. Cox misses outside.
Nothing down the middle, John. He's trying to paint the corners on him until he falls behind enough that he has to come down with it, and there he is.
And it's going to be in the stands to our right. So goes as a second strike against Cupa. Cox kicks and throws. Hit very hard and very deep to left center field. Back to the track, back to the wall, and it's a home run. Steve Cupa got it on the sweet spot and drove it out of here. About 380 feet to deep left center field. A majestic shot by the BG second baseman, and they are on the board. It's a 3-1 game.
John, the football quarterback, and he played JV most of the season, leads the JV with 5 homers. I wish I got that in. I looked like a genius again before that at bat. He crushed that right to left center field, about 380 feet, and made it over that controversial wall with that green backdrop out there. But, boy, he really hammered that one. I thought Russo might come down with it for a minute.
You know, Jason was right there, Ronnie. He was right at the spot that had left the building.
And a nice line on the ball he had out there.
Yeah, it was just a terrific job of driving the high fastball by Cupa, and he just got it. You know, he, like Sammy Sosa used to say, knockout punch. So
it was good for Steve. He probably punched his ticket to stay up with Mark Dietering all year. And one of the best athletes on the team, John, overall athlete. If you've seen him play football, he's a hell of a quarterback.
Absolutely, too. I have.
Can I say that, John? I said the H word. I didn't mean to offend anybody.
It's your city, man. You own it. You've been in it for longer than me. So
here's the pitcher, Christian Furlan.
You know the rules. Christian Furlan, the batter. Big right-handed hitter.
He beat Alvin last week or so, John. Pitched 6 2/3 innings. A nice outing.
Did he?
That was on... When's that Alvin game, John? Oh, yeah, on May 7th. Beat Alvin 10-7. Shot to right.
Slices it right into the glove of the right fielder.
Matt
Valcourt for the third out of the inning. So damage done, though, after retiring the first 5 hitters in a row. Steve Cupa goes deep to put BG on the board. So after 2 full innings of play in this 7-inning game, it's Nashua South 3 and BG 1. Here at Holman Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire. Got to like the way Cox approaches his pitching run. He goes right at the hitters. And, yeah, he gave up the home run, but nothing even close to a walk. And he's really got his fielders involved in the game because he gets the ball, he throws it. And I think if you broke down the strikes to balls ratio, he's probably got a good 75% strikes.
There's nothing that makes a coach go crazy in high school baseball is walking the leadoff hitter or walking people. It seems like when I was at Mike Lozo a few years ago, every time we walked that leadoff hitter, he scored. And Cox is getting ahead of the hitters, and he's not putting it right down the middle as he pitched Nick Phillips real tough back there. Made one mistake with Cooper, and he made him pay.
The South lineup loaded with good hitters. Christian Furlan will do his best to keep them off the board as he works in the 3rd inning of play. Brandon Cox, his counterpart, the pitcher, is due to hit first in this inning.
What's the hit total for South? Do you know?
Oh, the South hit total. Let's see. I have
4 hits.
4 hits and a sac fly.
BG's got 1 hit, the 380-foot bomb.
That's it.
Steve Cupa.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy scorecard there. So Brandon Cox facing Christian Furlan to start the 3rd inning of play. Cox, his first time up, lined out to the second baseman. That might almost have brushed his shirt sleeve on the left side. But no, left side of his body, I was going to say, but he backs out of the way. Furlan quickly with the 1-0. It's hit high to left, but not deep. With a beat on it is Matt Carbonneau. He puts it away for the first out of the 3rd inning.
I tell you, John, with the speed in that outfield, you hit something 25 feet away from these guys, it's right in their natural habitat. If you see a long shot to that deep 401 spot, you're going to see Mike Spirito take off. You're going to see what his speed is really like. He's one of the fastest ones out there.
Dan McCormick, who singled his first time up, swings at a ball, fouls it actually, I think off the catcher. Got a piece of Trammell, is going to go back and retrieve it.
I tell you, I got some of these wild school. Matt Carbonneau made that catch in left field. He's heading to Florida Tech. All the way down to Florida, where Mike Spirito is going to University of Miami.
Where is Florida Tech in Florida, I wonder?
I don't know, somewhere down there, and it's nice weather in the winter. That's all that matters to me.
Fouled off his body, and it is 2 strikes. As McCormick has swung at just about everything he's seen tonight from
He's up there
Christian
hacking, John.
Furlan,
Love to see it. These South kids aren't out there to get 2 strikes on them. They're up there hacking away. That's always been BJ's trademark.
The 0-2. High, shallow right. The second baseman is going to get called off right now by Blakeman. Good job of communication. I could hear him all the way up here. I got it. Or ball, ball, ball. It's optional. What did you coach your kids to say? I got it. Yeah. Well, even though that's improper English, you coach that?
Absolutely. Sometimes
grammatically incorrect,
but they know. Some guys teach you the number 444, 555.
I've said that for 40 years.
I got it.
Grammatically incorrect. I got it.
There's Bill Sabowski over there.
Not the red dog,
The duck dog. Yes, he is.
Thank you, Billy.
It's not the Rem Dog. It's Ron Ducky Welliver with me, John Collins, here at Holman Stadium. A beautiful Friday evening. Would you rather be anywhere else right now?
Not at all, John. Not at all.
What about Florida? Florida Tech, you just mentioned.
Maybe I'd like to.
That's not. It's
but not right now. I think in winter
it's-
times, John.
Right,
Someday
in
when
the
the
time.
get out on baseball in the winter, make a little money, and just hang out down there.
I think you're ready
someday.
to get your AARP card. Talking like that.
My wife is actually just never mind. We won't
Fisted up the middle. What a strong arm on the shortstop. A beautiful job by Phillips. He needed to gun it, and he did. And he just nipped McCormick by
nice
a
stretch
hair.
there by Josh Dobbins. Was a goalie on the hockey team, John. One of the, I think I mentioned before, one of the better fielders since Matt O'Hearn.
Yeah, it was
10
a
years
good
ago.
play on both ends. So at the end of the top of the third, it's a goose egg finally for the Panthers. They do not score in that half inning. Ferland appeared to get stronger there in that frame.
Good confidence builder inning for him, and here comes BG with the bottom of the third. Who we got leading off, John?
We have the person that's on deck right now. Yeah, we had to scramble to get some lineups. We do have the rosters, but we need the first batter to fill out the scorecard.
I think it's Carbonell coming up.
Could be right. Yeah, it's the third inning, and yet the full lineup for BG has yet to come to the plate. We've had a 1-2-3 first inning. 4 batters came to the plate in the second inning, including Steve Cupa, who hit a home run to deep left center, about 380 feet, that appeared to hit the top of the wall and go over. So it'd be Tony Phillips is coming to the plate.
Josh Dobbins, number 32. Tony Phillips is on deck.
Oh, he's on
32,
deck.
yeah.
32 is up, yep. Josh Dobbins, the first baseman, just made that nice stretch. Will lead things off here in the third inning. Looked like a changeup that went over the plate. Now, is this Brandon Cox again, or do we have a pitching change?
No, he's still out there.
Okay, yeah. Don't want to get caught off guard. Fastball over the inside corner. Wow, working the plate. Took a little off, put a little on, and it's quickly 0-2 on Josh Dobbins.
Hitting the Yukon in the next fall, John.
Cox wastes one there, low and away, 1-2.
It's also an Eagle Scout. I don't know if you knew that, John.
Eagle Scouts.
Eagle
Man,
Scout.
they go far, those Eagle Scouts.
Very quiet, nice kid from what I'm hearing.
Most recent Eagle Scout that I spoke to, Mike Giliberto, the town administrator in Tingsboro. One of the youngest town administrators you will come across, a former Eagle Scout. Oh, I guess once an Eagle Scout, always an Eagle Scout.
That's right. Never a former Eagle Scout.
That's one of the things they talk about that you put on your resume, you know. You don't put on Forest Hills Little League MVP, but you do put on Eagle Scout. Ground ball over the mound and not up the middle. It's gloved and knocked down, and Ryan Gendron had trouble handling that one. I think it was almost too easy of a try for him.
Plus, he's trying to hurry. You got some good speed with Dobbins flying down that line. Both teams have a lot of good speed in their lineups. There's Tony Phillips coming up.
Tony Phillips, who made that fine defensive play to end the last half inning, comes up here with a chance to get his team right back in this ball game. They're really in it. It's only down 3-1.
He's got 9 walks for BG, only second to Spirito, who's got 11 on the BG offense.
He looks like he's going to bunt, and he does. First base side, it's going to be gloved by Cox. Makes sure to the second baseman covering.
There's Mark Dieterich, small ball. You'll see it. He'll try to manufacture a run here and there.
First baseman covering, sorry. He stayed home.
That was Lustig.
Dylan Lustig stayed home. So it's a sacrifice, a successful one.
I wonder if Tony was going for a base hit there. He didn't really show it, but he's an excellent bunter, and I mean, a base hit bunt is just as good as a sacrifice.
Right. Taken high.
Oh, here's Mike Spirito now. Also going to Miami, University of Miami.
Missing outside with the fastball is Cox. So
Did you know that the kids, they say he looks like rapper Sam Adams? I don't even know who Sam Adams is, but...
No, I don't either.
Yeah, well, that's what they be telling me.
Yeah,
I don't know how true
Sam
that is.
Adams is a beer. I know he used to play, I think, defensive line for the Patriots.
Yeah, that's right, big
70s.
Sam Adams.
I did not know about. I've lost touch.
Evidently, that's what I'm hearing now. I don't know if that's true or not because I never even heard a rapper. I don't listen to music
Let me tell you something.
anyway.
That's a very unoriginal name for a rapper. It's like a 250-year-old name.
But hopefully, if Mike gets his bat on the ball, you're going to see him flying down that baseline, I'll tell you that.
Pickoff play at second, going back in standing is Dobbins.
Almost had him. That's why you always slide, John.
Yeah, you're right.
I could have been called
Catch the
either
ball
way.
on his body. Sometimes the umpire will punch you out on that.
Yeah.
Spirito, who flied to center his first time, patiently waits. Right center field, there's nobody there. This is going to be a gapper. Let's see how far it goes. Spirito, with his speed, is going to try for second. This is going to score a run. There'll be no play at second base. It's a clean double for Spirito, an RBI double to plate the runner. It is a 3-2 game as BG cuts the Panthers' lead in half.
Well, we heard he was fast, John, and we just saw how fast. He was in standing up, and they cut that off before it hit the gap.
Yeah, I mean, that's a single for 90% of the population, the baseball population, I think.
Nice job. Went with an outside fastball and went with it to right center field. Nice job of hitting by
Not
Spirito.
even a play on Spirito there. If you timed him, it's probably like 7 seconds.
It was pretty fast, John.
It's 7 or 8 seconds.
We'll try to time him next time. Here's Matt Blakeman.
Blakeman popped up to the shortstop his first time up. So, you know, as we have a 3-2 lead for the Panthers, but the Sluggers tonight are on the BG side.
So far, John, yeah.
Cupa the home run. Spirito the double. Let's see what Matt Blakeman comes up with. He swings and misses through a high one. I say one because I don't know if it was a fastball or a change.
There's where that small ball came in, John. Nice bunt put down, puts him on second base. He walks home easily. He's on first base. I'm not sure he scores on that double.
Pitch. Curve catches the outside corner. No argument from Blakeman. And a brilliant curve there from Cox to get the key second out of the inning.
Geez, you wonder, here comes Alex Hamill. John, you wonder, Trammell, I'm sorry. You wonder if he can't wait to hit. He sprints into the batter's box. He wants a piece of that ball. Batting third, hitting about 495, 500 for the BG Cardinals.
He inside outs that ball.
You never know where it's going to go. He just hits it where the bat hits it, and he always gets wood on the ball.
Are you with me on that John Kruk comparison? You ever used to watch the Phillies?
I remember John Kruk, yeah.
That's who I'm seeing right here.
Comparison, yeah.
Yeah.
I know the old-time guys, John. Last week you put me on the spot with who's playing this, and I'm like, go back to '67. I can tell you the whole lineup.
Oh yeah, you were there at that game when Petroselli got the ball.
We went into that last week, but
yeah,
I memorized the Impossible Dream the next year because I was so excited listening to it every day. Here's the pitch to Trammell.
Fouled off to the left, off the old press box, perhaps. Just misses it. 2 strikes on the BG catcher, who's trying to come up with a big 2-out hit.
Was that the baseball press box out there in left field or the old football one, John?
It was a former Nashua Pride press box before they built this whole setup here. Yeah, we used to sit up there. It's like the F Troop Tower. There's another I'm going back reference there. The
F Troop Trial?
Was it 1960s or 70s TV series? F Troop?
That was 60s and 70s with Vanderbilt in the top.
Yeah, you remember that the opening credits used to fall? There's a high pop, and this is Ryan Gendron who's settling under it to make the third out of the inning. So Spirito's double does play to run. BG wins the inning, as they say. They give up no runs. They score one, so they cut the lead to 3-2 for the Panthers, who will be coming to bat in the top of the 4th inning.
Going back to F Troop, John, with Captain Parmenter.
Yeah, that's right. And Agon.
We had Corporal Agon. And what was the female's name? What was the female's name?
Jane, I think.
Wrangler Jane.
Wrangler Jane. That's right. And Dobbs. Dobbs was the bugler, right?
The bugler. And you had Vanderbilt, who was the...
Duffy.
Duffy. Yeah. He was in.
Remember the Alamo? Wow, what is happening to this Nashua ETV
These kids
broadcast?
weren't even born when this thing was on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, they're deprived. What great series we had. The Addams Family. We had the Munsters.
Get Smart.
Can't beat the Munsters. There's a whole thing right there. Didn't Herman? Wasn't there a baseball episode of the Munsters when he crushed one?
And he had like 700.
Yeah, you got to look that up. I bet it's on the internet. You have to look up Munsters baseball.
It's probably on this
on video. And he got all of one. Herman got all of one.
But it's funny you should mention video on the computer, John, because last week you told me how in the over 50 league or whatever 40 league you're in, you stole home, and I went on YouTube and I actually saw it.
You actually saw it. You thought I would have been out.
I don't know.
We got into a debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're one of those watching this game, it's on YouTube. It says JC stealing home. Johnny C stealing home.
Yeah.
I think he would have been out, but the batter actually swung at it and hit a ground ball third base. And
he did.
And you never scored.
I didn't. It didn't count. It
Talk
was 2
about
outs.
a video. And then you see the comments underneath it, and people commenting because your wife had mentioned don't get in the car.
I'm too filthy to go in the car.
That was.
You know what, too?
I never stole home. I never had the speed you did, though, so I never attempted to steal home.
It's like jumping off a cliff, though. It's more an adrenaline thing. You have to, like, force yourself to just run into harm's way.
It's funny. I never saw it but as a coach, then I used to time the pitcher, and I'd tell certain kids, you can steal home. It's 5 seconds, 4
you take
seconds.
a guy like Spirito, nobody should be pitching from the windup with him on third.
Here's number 10, John.
There's a wild pitch. Actually, it's just the first pitch. There's nobody on base.
Matt Valcourt, the right fielder.
Matt Valcourt is up. Jacoby Ellsbury stole home last season, and people went crazy for it, But that's a major league game, so, he deserves the credit. But down the right field line, it's a run for Blakeman's going to get down, though, easily before it can get to him.
We had a couple of teammates in college playing last week. This week we got Blakeman going to WPI from...
But
in Valcourt from South going to WPI, so they'll be battling it out for right field.
That's a pretty well-known clip of Ellsbury stealing home. I just want to point out that from my experience, I kind of knew a little extra thing that was going on there. Swing and a miss over the top of Valcourt. It's a 2-strike count now. I saw Ellsbury at the last second hesitate between, do I go feet first or do I go head first?
I remember seeing that.
Did you see that?
He almost got hurt.
Yeah, and he almost hurt himself. Strike 3 call in the inside corner. Because I think when he left the third base, as Valcourt goes down in a beautiful curveball by Christian Furlan, 1 up, 1 down. I think when he left third base, he's thinking, I'm going feet first. I'd be crazy to go head first into home because that's where the ball's going. But, the adrenaline kicks in, like I said, and you want to be safe so bad, you're willing to dive into where somebody's throwing a ball 90 miles an hour to swing
and a miss on a fastball from Andrew Dunn. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I remember seeing that. That really electrified Fenway that night, too.
There's another Major League player. Ground ball slowly hit left side. The third baseman has a bad hop go over his glove. It was a tough hop for the third baseman, Cody Gilchrist, who might have screened Phillips a little bit, but I think that is the third baseman's play, Ronnie.
Yeah, he was cutting across. Even if Tony did make the play, he wouldn't have had him at first base. It was his play, Gilchrist's play to make. It was just a tough hop over his glove as he was going to his left.
Yeah, so you have 1 out and 1 on. Andrew Dunn is 2 for 2 in this game.
He's pretty fast for a catcher, too, John. You don't see much speed.
No, you're right. Young legs. Huh? How about that? He's a threat to steal right now, and Christian Furlan knows it in a 1-run game. It's shaping up to be a great finish here. We're halfway through. It's the top of the 4th inning. Furlan's going to go back over and try to keep Dunn close. 3-2. Nashua South, the Panthers in purple, they lead. They are the visiting team. BG will have their last ups. Curveball just doesn't come all the way back to the outside corner.
Dunn is going to Westfield State, John. I just found out. My old nemesis when I was playing for Salem State.
Right.
We used to go out there and they used to pack the crowd around the field and they just yell at you and call you out.
Surprise bunt dragged down the first base line. It's a flip, but not in time. What terrific speed by Russo. Again,
nice play by Furlan on the ground, made a dive and flipped it to the second baseman.
Terrific effort.
Steve Cooper got over there nicely.
Well, really flawless. And Cooper was covering because you had Josh Dobbins coming down, and just a well-placed surprise bunt by Russo with his speed. He had to do 3 things.
One of the best bunters on the team, John, from what I've heard last week and this week. There's Russo again putting one down.
Yeah, so he's definitely formed a threat here with 1 out. There's 2 on for the Panthers. Curveball top toward shortstop. Charging it is Phillips. Going to have to hurry, and he gets it over there in time for the 2nd out of the inning to get Guerino. Third baseman retired. 2 outs. 2 runners go into scoring position. It had the effect of a bunt there, and a 2-out opportunity for Ryan Gendron, who is perfect on the evening. He has singled and scored to begin the game. Hit a sacrifice fly to center to score a run in the 2nd inning. Slices it off to the right side and out of play. Strike 1.
Furlan has settled down nicely here, John. Nothing really hurt on this inning. An infield hit, a bunt single, and then a ground ball to move them up 1. And what they probably want now is a long fly from Gendron right now to get out of this inning.
Curveball, a lot of them here from Christian Furlan in this inning. Ronnie throws that one low, so it's 1-1.
He's got his deuce work in this inning, John. He's got a nice curveball. Ball's starting to move.
It appeared that Frankie Guerino was sitting on that curveball when he grounded out to short. He just didn't hit it square. This one's going to score it through. Here comes the runner. There will be no play at the plate. There's no bounce off of the netting. Trammell tried to block it, but it went through the 5-hole, and it is the 4th run of the game as Andrew Dunn scores. So the one-out single that he started the rally pays off, comes all the way around, and scores the 4th Panther run. 4-2 they lead. 2 outs. Moving up to third base was Jason Russo.
It's a tough play by Trammell behind the plate, curveball in the outside corner, but he's got to make that stop with a guy in third base. Has a ball outside, I believe.
He was upset with himself.
Well, he's a competitor back there. He expects the best out of himself, and he'll be fine.
Ferland's pitch is low. That's blocked by Trammell.
Ball 4.
Ball 4, taking a pass to first base. Dylan Lustig.
And Gendron's going right to second, John. He wants a rundown.
He gets right into a rundown and scoring. No matter what happens here, it's a run-producing pickoff for the Panthers. And you can score that, I guess, 1-4-6 for the putout that ends the inning, but not before.
Nice heads-up running by Gendron. He saw, normally when BG does first and third, anytime when the pitch is on the mound or when the batter simply walks, okay, Mark Dietering teaches these kids, and I know that when I was there with Mark, when I was his assistant, he was mine one year in 2002. You got to be, he's really let his team know it now. You got to be awake and turn around and throw it right to the second baseman and let him make the play.
Yeah, so Russo scoots across the plate. It was Ryan Gendron who, it's like a run batted in.
He's wreaking havoc tonight, John.
He is.
He's not hitting base hits, sacrifice flies. Now he's generating runs by nice base running. I mean, he's got the speed. He rounded first base at full speed. And by the time the pitcher knew he was going, he was already 3/4 of the way to second. And then he ran at him. As soon as he ran at him, turned his back to the runner at third base. Home came, who was on third? Was that?
That was Jason Russo on
Jason
third base.
Russo's great speed. He
Yeah.
flies down third base, and then Gendron gets on a rundown and tries to get
That's like a set play. He had intended to do that when he
you got
walked
speed
her.
on the bases like that, and that's exactly what they did. I've seen that happen before. It catches him off guard. If you can get that ball right to the second baseman so he can make the read, see the runner in front of him going and make the play, it's got to be done just like that, though.
And then Dylan Lustig says, "What are you doing? I was going to hit a 3-run homer." The next batter on the
he gets the lead off next inning.
He gets the lead off.
Yeah,
and
not all of them think like you do.
I like
Nick
it.
Phillips coming up.
It's 5-2, by the way. That was the 5th run that they.
That was a big run, John.
It was
a big run.
Yeah, it's expanded the lead back to where it was in the second inning. They were up 3-0. Now they're up 5-2. Nick Phillips with his second at-bat of the game. Fists one towards center. It's a long run for the second baseman. The center fielder's not going to get there. And putting it away is number 27.
21, Sean Barrows.
Sean Barrows, number 21?
That's what we have at our thing. I hope it's Sean Barrows if he's watching this.
I'm going to trust your eyes that was 21, but I thought it said 27 on the back of that young man's uniform.
It was 21, right? That was Sean Barrows? Yeah, it was Sean Barrows.
Sean Barrows, you got it. 21. What a terrific catch. He had to go a long way for that baseball.
I thought Russo might call him off for a minute there, John.
Yeah, I think Russo got a bad read on it. It was fisted by Phillips, who's got a lot of power. He didn't get a hold of that one. And
Nick does not get cheated with his swings. And we thought it was going to go farther than it did.
So 1 up, 1 down for BG in the bottom of the 4th inning. 5th inning, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Bottom 4, excuse me.
Talking to some people,
7 innings in high school ball, so.
We're hoping that Sean Barrows here.
No, we're not sure on our roster.
Well, our roster has him as 21, but he's a sophomore, but just been called up for the game. And from hearing, he wasn't sure he was starting, but if that is Sean Barrows, there you are.
Hit hard to center field for a base hit by Cody Gilchrist. Nice job of sending it back from whence it came. A 1-out base runner aboard for the Cardinals.
Here comes Steve Cooper, John. He'll be. I wonder if he'll give him a fastball down the middle. I think he's going to be very careful with Cooper right now.
Yeah, who homered his last time up. You can see it on Nashua ZTV. I'm sure I'd want to watch that replay. He got a hold of one. That was a high fastball. He just put the barrel out front, sweet spot, and it just kept going and going until it
Russo
bounced
must have
off
ran about 80 yards. Look at that, squares around.
to bunt.
Surprised everybody, John.
Yeah. Definitely the two extremes. You got the home run to deep left center and the bunt down the first baseline. It shocked a lot of people, including us. Let's see if they put the bunt on again.
Three-sport athlete, John. I think I mentioned quarterback for football. He also plays basketball for BG.
Curve stays high. It's 1-1 to Steve Cupa.
We'll see him quarterbacking the BG offense again next year. I'm sure they have with the 3 out of 4 state championships for the last few years.
Do you think that tape on his right cleat is football superstition, or has he got a hole in his cleats?
Yeah, who knows?
Which I love that fact that he's still sticking with them.
I always stuck with the same cleats. I had the duct tape.
Same
on
helmet, right?
Yeah.
Duct tape. Yes.
Same helmet. Yeah. Nowadays, though, the umps look at the helmets. They would have thrown out my old helmets.
Hey, that's one question we had talking about in the men's league. The high schoolers have to have 2 flaps on the helmet, right? Correct?
Yes.
You can't have a 1-flap helmet.
That's right.
That's the one time where it's better to have little league quality than major league quality when it comes to helmets. Like if you get hit with a fastball in the helmet, you're better off having a little league helmet, which has all that padding and the 2 flaps. Those major league helmets, man, they are lightweight and flimsy compared to the 2 flaps ones that these guys wear. So Cupid just gets a piece of that one. 2-2.
I've seen a lot now in some of the junior highs and even the little leagues, is they got the actual cages in front of them. And I can see safety reasons why they have it, but that would distract me years ago when I was playing about hitting the ball.
Nice try on the stop there. Andrew Dunn's going to take a shot at second. Wow, he almost made a play.
He came up throwing, John. He made a nice throw to second base.
Cody Gilchrist slides in ahead of the tag, so he's into scoring position. 5-2 BG Trails trying to chip away at it here in the bottom of the 4th inning. They have 4 more times at bat, counting this one. 4, 5, 6, 7. So
full count, John. He's got to come into Cupa now. Let's see what happens.
Strike 3 called. A brilliant fastball that paints the inside corner near the knees. So Cox comes up with a key pitch. He did that earlier to Nick Phillips. He's done it again.
What a beautiful pitch right on that corner, and home plate ump Ralph Wade was right on it. Nice pitch.
Christian Furlan, the batter. The pitcher for BG fouls it off to our right. Makes a nice noise as it stays in the building.
At least it missed us.
It missed it. That's a nice noise as long as it doesn't hit human flesh.
Yeah.
You know, rattles around in the seats, that's fine. Pitch is swung and a missed. Oh, he fooled him on that one. A bender to Furlan, and he's down in the count 0-2. Cox working quickly as he has done since the game began. The right-hander for Nashua throws. Strike 3. He stood him up with the curve and broke it right over the inner third. Brandon Cox with 2 big strikeouts to avoid any scoring there by the Cardinals. To end the 4th inning with the score, Nashua South 5 and BG 2. You know, we're talking about the cages over baseball players' faces, and sometimes the kids have a broken nose or broken jaw, or even adults. I mean, it's a precaution that you have to take. But I can't help but mention there's a documentary now playing. I think it's the Big Bad Bruins on the 1960s, late 60s, early 70s Boston Bruins.
That's when I watched them, John.
Do you? What do you think when you see those goalies that used to not wear masks? Remember that?
Giacomo.
Number 1. I mean, you think about the shots today.
I remember Ken Hodge hit him just under the head once with a wrist shot that must have went 125 miles an hour. Knocked him back into the net. And if it ever hit him an inch high, it'd have been dead.
They've been dead.
It's amazing that they would, those guys. And then
incredible that they go out there.
Jacques Plante was one of the first ones to wear a mask, and then now they got the protection they need because everybody can shoot that hard now in the NHL.
I looked it up, and I think I've already forgotten when hockey NHL actually mandated the helmet. I don't know if they ever mandated the goalie mask. I think they finally just woke up and Cheevers had all the stitches.
Remember, they were wearing helmets. Remember Gary Doak used to dive in front of slap shots?
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah. Amazing.
A little trivia question for you, John. What Boston Bruin, ex-Boston Bruin, was on one of the flights in 9/11?
Ace Bailey. Garnet Ace Bailey.
Class act.
Yes. Bobby Orr paid tribute to him with the unveiling of the statue last Monday. I wish I'd known about that ahead of time. I probably would have went down there. So Dylan Lustig will lead it off here, as we were talking about. Big swing and a miss, and it's a 1-1 count. He was looking for that 1-0 fastball. I don't think he got it, as Ferland broke off a curve into the dirt.
So now we got F-Troops trivia. We have 9/11 trivia, Boston Bruins trivia. There's a loud shot up the middle. There's Tony Phillips.
He's right there. Does he get rid of it in time?
Beautiful
Yes,
play.
He does. Dylan Lustig victimized by the strong arm of Tony Phillips. Not only did he have a strong arm, though, he got rid of it.
But he made nice range, John. He went all the way behind second base, and the key to that play was how quick Tony got rid of that ball. It was in his glove, and it was gone, and that's the only way he was going to get Lustig flying down that line. Nice play by Tony Phillips.
That's knowing your opponent's speed right there, too, by Phillips. 1 up, 1 down. Big swing and a foul off to the right side, as Brandon Cox not getting cheated at all there. He's lined to the second baseman and fly to right in 2 trips.
You know Tony is the twin brother of Nick?
This was high and deep to left. This has a chance. Back to the track, the wall. It is a home run for Brandon Cox. So his frustrating night at the plate comes to a long and deep end as he hammered that one.
There's no question about that one, John. That was about 35 feet over that fence in left field.
Not in Holman Stadium. So we've seen a solo home run for both teams.
Matt Carbonell, he ran it down with his speed, but he even jumped the wall and went out and got it, too.
Yeah.
Now he just threw the ball in.
He hit the bricks at that one, but it was over his head and out of here. Brandon Cox jumping on that Christian Ferland offering and making it a 6-2 Panthers lead with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning.
What I say, John, there's not much power in these teams, and they're mostly speed and small ball, and then we've had, 300-something foot homers. It's pouring out there now, John. Look at this.
Wow, the skies have opened up as that ground ball goes inside the first base bag by McCormick. But right there in left field to stop McCormick at a single, the ball gets away. There's going to be a play at second. It hits the runner. And McCormick will slide in with a delayed, we'll call it a single and a stolen base. How about that? The rain is coming down.
I think the ball might have slipped
right
out of
now.
Carbonell's hand because it just started raining all of a sudden.
Wow.
And when Matt came in and made the throw, it was over the second baseman's head.
We can see that this rain cloud is, it's got some separation from the other parts of the sky. I mean, this won't last all
it's a
night.
shot.
This is deep and over the right fielder's head. A shot off the bat of Matt Hughes. He's got at least a double, maybe more, as that's in the far reaches of Holman Stadium in right field. Hughes is going to go all the way around to third base, standing with a triple to knock in McCormick ahead of him. And suddenly the Panthers' bats erupt here in the top of the 5th inning for some shots all over the park. A home run, a double, or a single actually inside the third base bag, and a triple to deep right field.
The South batters, Matt Hughes caught Matt Blakeman playing a little shallow in right field there. I'm not sure he knew he had power out there. Playing towards the line, and there's a shot right over to his right into not quite right center field, it was straightaway right field about 300 feet away.
I don't know if the umpire wants to check on a change, or is he talking about the rain right now? But Ralph Wade, the home plate umpire, just said something. I think he's making a roster change.
His boy here, it's Nick Capullo.
Oh, Nick Capullo.
Pinch hitting.
Yeah.
Nick Capullo is.
Did you get to talk to him?
No, I didn't.
He just sent your message out over the airwaves, I guess.
Yeah.
Or the cable waves.
Nick Capullo last week is.
I'm sure
I'd
he got
love to
back
watch
to
him on
him.
the sideline, pumping up the team. Actually, we haven't watched them. They're off to our right today. They were off to our left. It was easy to see last week. And I even mentioned to BJ Neverett about how I was hoping I had his name right because it looks like a C here, but it is Pulio. It is an E. But Nick's a scrappy little player. He's a very enthusiastic player. It's nice to have as a coach on your side.
It's Mark Dietering on the mound, I believe.
Yeah, he walked out to talk to Christopher Ferland.
The head coach for BG's having a conversation with his right-hander. The rain, as you can see in the shine of the lights here, coming down pretty heavily all of a sudden, right after the home run.
We were talking, we looked up, and all of a sudden everybody's soaking wet on the field. We didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Welcome to New England, John. It's going to clear up soon. It's all clear around us.
Right. It's just like a canopy of a storm cloud that's about to move across and away from us. And
Maybe the storm cloud was opened up by that long fly home run by Brandon
He
Parks.
opened up the sky with that one.
Yeah, he hits cloud with that one. That was a shot.
The pitch. In the dirt, blocked by Alex Trammell. Nick Pulio pinch hitting for Matt Hughes.
Matt
Valcourt,
Valcourt.
excuse me.
Triple,
Yeah. Hughes is at third base with the triple.
He's still got Blakeman in right field playing shallow and towards the line on Pulio. Same where he was for Hughes.
Cox with the homer, McCormick with the single, Hughes with the triple, all with one out. Swing and a miss, Pulio trying to at least get it to the outfield for a sacrifice fly. Matt Carbonneau fairly shallow in left field. He might have a shot at Hughes if he gets a fly ball in front of him. Curveball right over the plate. Pulio bent out of the way of it and can only watch it cross over the dish for strike two.
I'm not sure how wet it is out there, but look at the back of the umpire's jacket. You can see all.
Wow, it's a soaking rain. I mean, look at the puddles that have already formed in the aisles here at Holman that quickly.
Still a long way to go, John. Bottom of the fifth. BG's got 3 hits. South has 9 hits.
Yeah. Ferland comes set. The pitch. Leaves that fastball up and in, and he's got a first and third situation now as Pulio comes into the game and promptly walks, draws the base on balls. First and third with 1 out. Let's see, he stays put. We saw Gendron just keep going last inning when he got a
You
walk
may
with
see
him
something happen, John.
Well, maybe the score is dictating their kind of they're ahead by 5, you know. And
7-2 is not safe enough to sit back. I think you're going to see BJ go for something here, and he's going to take out Ferland right now.
Ferland's going to come out, and we'll get a new pitcher into the game who was warming up in the bullpen.
Can't see the number yet, John.
Yeah, he'll be easier to spot when we
nice having an announcer. Right?
Trot him
they
in.
announce people coming in, so at least you know who it is. It looks like is that number 18, John? Alan McQuarrie, maybe?
Possibly.
Or number 10.
One of the stories in
Chris
the
Kujawski. That's Cujo. Chris Kujawski.
baseball news this week, a Milwaukee Brewers bullpen coach got busted for using binoculars during the game, looking in at the signs.
Well, they say he was looking at the signs.
Oh.
Of course, he denies it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know why he would be using binoculars for any other reason.
Right. Maybe he just wanted to appreciate the pitching form, the opponent's pitching form. Although they have access to film anytime they want it, so that negates that argument. You know, I mean, there's so much film in Major League Baseball, they can request it on any one player, and most teams have a videographer that can compile a highlight clip of any one player or any team on request.
So we got the Patriots watching other teams' signals. Now we got the Major League. It's happening. But you know what happens all the time anyway. That's why they cover their mouth when they talk out on the mound.
Yeah.
With their gloves. Of course, because they got lip readers now, all these teams. Pitch him inside, pitch him outside. Chris Kujawski, John, he's a sophomore. He's the jokester on the BG team. He keeps people loose, and from what I'm hearing anyway. And for some reason, they got Salve Regina next to his name. I'm not sure he knows where he's going yet as a sophomore, but...
Kujawski, and he spells it Kujawski. You know, the lip reading thing, it's just a habit that a lot of pitchers have now, and it's done sometimes where it looks ludicrous. I think it was in the World Baseball Classic. It was one of the teams.
They all speak different languages.
Yeah, you know, it's like unless you have an interpreter in the dugout that speaks Netherlands or something, you know, it's like, why is he covering his mouth? Now you can hear the rain. That's how hard it's coming down at Holman Stadium.
I think Ralph Wade's looking to delay this shortly. He's starting, Kujawski's having a tough time controlling the ball. It's probably so wet.
I'm such a brilliant meteorologist. I looked up and I said there's a canopy storm cloud that's going to move across. Apparently it's just going to sit here.
Well, we lost all the sunlight around us, so this is moving. I think they're going to delay the game now.
This is a little too much.
Yep,
and the umpires say,
in the dugouts.
Let's take a break. So we will take a break. You're watching Nashua's ETV broadcast of Bishop Guertin versus Nashua South. It's a rain delay. We'll come right back, though. You have the luxury of not having to wait through it. On Nashua's ETV, the score is South 7 and BG 2. Right back after this. Welcome back to historic Holman Stadium, everybody. John Collins, and it was the mother of all rain delays. We thought it might be a quick shower and maybe a half hour, maybe an hour rain delay. Turned out to be about 4 days. It is a completely different day as we resume this contest between Bishop Guertin and Nashua High School South. Not only a completely different day, but a completely different color, man. The familiar tones of Tom King joins me. We want to thank Ron Ducky Welliver for joining us for the first 5 innings of this one. They haven't put the line score back up, Tom, but I believe it is a 7-2 South advantage.
7-2 South advantage, 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning.
So very good. We are.
But I cannot be as colorful because he fits the exact definition of color, man.
I'll tell you what.
As Ron Ducky Welliver.
Your experience. There's a delayed steal, and there's going to be no throw down to second base. Holding on to the baseball, electing to not trigger any more of a rally there. So it's second and third for Nashua South. They're trying to add to their 7-2 lead. The score is on the board.
Well, as you knew from the North-South game, if they add to it and they get it up to 12-2, then the bottom of the 5th would be it.
That's right. It is a pleasant spring day here.
You never know, John. I've been through some of these delays or resumptions of suspended games before, and you really never know what's going to happen when they take the field again. I've seen teams just finish it out, and then I've seen the game completely change.
Andrew Dunn is the catcher for South and batting right now. Hits a grounder towards short. The infield is in. The runner's hole. Throw to first base in time by Tony Phillips. So that is the second out of the 5th inning. We're in the top of the 5th. We have resumed after a 4-day rain delay to complete this game between South, who came into the game at 10-3. They might even have improved that record since the rain out.
They are 10-4 right now, Joey. They took a loss.
They took a loss in the intervening days. Christian Furlan is the pitcher for BG. He's got that right over the top delivery.
Is it Furlan, John, or is it Kajowski?
Well, I have number 10 on my roster as Furlan.
And I have it as Kajowski.
No, actually, that's his date of.
That's his sophomore.
It is
He's
Kajowski.
a sophomore year.
Furlan pitched earlier in the
Right,
game,
that's
but he's
his
not
year
out
of
there.
graduation.
Good
so
catch.
So it's Kajowski on the mound.
Yeah.
1-1 is the count. 2 outs, 2 on.
A curveball stays up and away. Alex Trammell doing the catching for BG.
Guertin, John, not having the year that they had expected to have, I don't think. Coming in here at 4-9 with a senior-dominated team.
Kajowski's pitch is hit to the right side, just needing that third out. BG gets it, so
there you go. That's a quick
7-2 remains the score.
Quick top of the 5th.
Yeah.
Only took about 4 days, but it was a quick top of the 5th.
Yeah, and Kajowski does the job. Let's see if BG can mount a comeback here. They do have 3 at-bats coming their way. The bottom of the 5th, bottom of the 6th, and if necessary, the bottom of the 7th. And as always, Tom, I like to work a little bit of the current events into our broadcast because I know you're right on top of everything. How about that epic back-and-forth battle between the Yankees and the Red Sox last night as we speak today?
Now, it was surprising. Papelbon did not have command of his fastball. You could see that when he hit Cervelli in the back. I don't know, that wasn't an intentional. He's not going to put a man on base with put the tying run coming to the plate intentionally. So he just did not have command of things, and the Yankees took advantage of it. I thought the other surprising thing was Phil Hughes coughing up the 6-1 lead because he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball at the start of the year. So
they're just such fantastic hitters. You cannot make mistakes on those guys, and they make you pay. I mean, A-Rod coming up huge with that home run.
I mean, those were at bats where the ball left the bat. You knew.
Yeah.
And I thought Teixeira had a shot at one too.
Well, one coming off the bat.
I think it came off the end of the bat a little bit.
He just missed it, as they say.
Just missed it, and that shows how flat Papelbon's fastball was. But I think the story in baseball, it'll have a lot of repercussions as this is aired eventually. But I think the story was the deal with Hanley Ramirez down in Florida, dogging after a ball that he booted.
Missed it. What happened?
And, he booted a ball into the outfield by accident and jogged, almost walked after it, and was taken out of the game by his manager.
Rightfully so. I got to check that highlight out.
So
you will not see that here.
It's been the story of the
evening.
day, as the Marlins did play a day game, and Ramirez was not in the lineup.
You'll see a lot of hustle here in the last 2.5 innings, I am sure, as Josh Dobbins looks at strike one. Just made that nice play unassisted to end the top of the 5th inning. Now the first baseman for BG batting from the left side. Rips it to left center. That's at least one. It's going to get down there, and he's going to hold to a single, down by 5. No sense in chancing it here. A leadoff single for BG.
Exactly. All BG needs to do is string together some hits, and they'll get their runs. They don't need to put any added pressure on their offense by trying to go for the extra base. Tom, they just need men on base.
I will rely on your binocs to verify that is number 27 for South out there on the hill, which would be Dan Maffey.
No, it's 23, John.
23, okay. That is Brandon Cox doing the hurling for South here, trying to close it out.
Headed to Merrimack College next year.
High pop, right side. It is playable. Drifting over to make the catch. South has had a few lineup changes, I believe, since the first game. That would be Devin Nuxley. He's on the Titans. Number 20 is Dylan Lustig with the catch. So he's back at first. Good play by Dylan to camp under the first out of the bottom of the 5th inning.
I think there's a chance, because of the reentry rule for BJ Neffert for South, to put a lot of lineup changes in and get some other players involved in this game with a 7-2 lead. He's able to re-enter some of his other players if he needs to. Pitches on the corner for a strike.
And that one's just low, so it's a 1-1 count here.
John, it's the first time I've been in this press box and in this stadium since early August of last year.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Spirito works the count to 2-1 in his favor. Mike has fly to center and doubled in 2 trips. The leadoff batter in the order for BG, batting for the 3rd time in this game, which, if you just joined us, has been split up over 4 days because of a rain delay way back on Friday night. We are resuming the game here on Tuesday evening as Spirito works the count to 2-2. Nice job of clipping the outside corner there by Brandon Cox.
And don't forget, Guertin will have another game after this. They're going to play Trinity. We'll also have that on Nashua's ETV.
Ground ball to the right of the shortstop. He goes to second for 1. That's all they'll get, but it's a quality pitch and an out for Nashua South to make it more difficult to mount a comeback for the Cardinals. Ryan Gendron with the sure-handed play at shortstop.
It's going to be interesting this year in the postseason, which is going to start in 2 weeks. Goffstown is one of the powers to be. Nashua North, as you saw, what they did to South here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, they got a lot of talent.
They do.
So Spirito hits into the fielder's choice and takes his place at first base, leading off the bag.
But as I was saying, I think Guertin had expected that they would be in that upper echelon, and they're not even close to it.
Blakeman out ahead of that changeup, it looked like, pops it up to the right side, and it is a 4 batters up and 3 batters down. Fairly easy inning for Brandon Cox. As we go 5 full, the score remains 7-2. Tom, you are in the midst of giving us a rundown on the powers of Class L this year. Any dominant individual players?
I haven't really looked at too many dominant individuals. I think this is more of a year where there's a team. You know, there isn't 1 or 2 guys that are stepping forward and really taking a look at things. And you know, teams have some good players, but nobody really outstanding that's really stepping forward. No dominant player that's going to go, you know, in the 30th round of the draft or anything like that.
I see.
That everybody's talking about.
Yeah, we see some talented players that could have some big months of June. As one of them I'm thinking about is in this game. He hit a home run earlier. Dan McCormick, I believe it was, that went. Actually, it was Brandon Cox that went deep, but McCormick swings a great bat too. Who else has been a standout that we
South
have seen
can hit.
So far?
I think a lot of things where people were looking at them when we were looking at their pitching, and that was going to be a problem pitching in there. And, they thought they would be strong defensively, but that was also going to be an issue. So.
I'll tell you something else. I've seen a player named Anthony Gadis for the Titans North.
Nashua North.
He should not stop playing baseball.
Nashua North has got a good bevy of 2 or 3 guys. Morency, McGowan, Gadis.
Yeah.
They've got some players on that team that are really helping them develop that team concept. They're 12-3 at this point right now, and they look like you never know because it's a one-and-done tournament. You lose, you're out. So single elimination, and the road is littered with powerful regular season teams in Class L baseball that have gone out in the first or second round.
Guerino has the count 3 balls and no strikes in his favor, trailing by 5 runs. BG's pitcher Chris Kujawski doing what he does not want to do, which is walk the lead of batter here.
And you know what? Kujawski is pitching out of the stretch, John. You notice that?
Yeah.
He's not winding up with nobody on base. He pitched out of the stretch. So it's obviously what he's comfortable in coming in from the bullpen.
I have always looked at the stretch as definitely work. I mean, it seemed like more
fun all the time.
For a big, gangly right-hander to go from the stretch. Bunt to the third base side, and bobbling it, he'll have no play on the speedy Ryan Gendron. I don't even know if he would have got him if he came up cleanly.
I'll tell you, John, if I'm a high school coach, I want to make sure everybody in my lineup, 1 through 9, can bunt the baseball, because it just puts pressure on the defense, and we know high school teams don't play very good defense at that young age. They're not that schooled in it.
You see it over and over again.
Yeah, and I think if you're able to bunt the ball, you make them have to react.
Big
obviously,
plays.
There's situations where you don't do it. But
and you're so young and fast that usually a lot of these guys can fly.
Yeah, that's just it. If I'm Guertin right now, when I get to the plate, and if I'm not hitting the ball very well, I tell my guys, start bunting.
Yeah.
Put some pressure on their defense. Make some things happen.
Cody Gilchrist at third base, kind of looking at his glove at this point. First and second, going for the bunt, but he did well just to get out of the way of that. Did Dylan Lustig, batting with men on first and second and nobody out here. We're in the top of the 6th inning. South leading 7-2, looking for more. Bunt fouled at the plate. It appeared to hit Lustig's body as he was leaving the box, and he was fortunate that he didn't get called out for being struck by the ball outside of the rectangle. Like he still had his right foot in the box.
A little bit of a breeze out there, not too much.
Seems to be coming into the booth up here.
Well, right now the flag is still, so that breeze is, the breeze is out towards right field. It's like it's blowing right to left.
Lustig did not show bunt on the second strike there. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouls it to the right. Get some picnic area. Yeah.
Just an area that will not see much use. You've got team offices there. You've got a concession stand down there.
The pitch over the top, fouled off to the right, now to play. No chance that the Fisher Cats could throw us a few games here in Nashua.
No, territorialized, and neither can the Spinners. They cannot come here and play.
Wow.
They can do a clinic, they can do a meet and greet, but they cannot play a game.
Inside out swing. This is going to quail.
Foul.
It's going to land foul. And they did a clinic on Saturday here at Holman Stadium, did the Fisher Cats. I saw it was a pitcher named Tim Collins that was at the field. Yeah, it's a monument to excitement gone past.
Boy.
Yeah.
12 years.
Yeah. And, you look around at the numbers out on the walls, all those guys that supplied it. A couple of guys. Anyway, Hobson and Murray in right field. Their numbers pitches over the head of Lustig.
And talk about wasted space. Don't forget the space above us here in the press box.
Oh, yeah. Luxury boxes.
Luxury boxes.
3-2 pitch to the Panthers' first baseman, and that's an easy take. It's about head high for ball 4. So a definite threat here. Bases loaded and nobody out for South. And it's a conference time between Alex Trammell, the catcher, and his pitcher, senior Chris Kujawski.
So now B.J. Neverett will also have a little conference with the hitter coming up. Basically tell him, wait him out. Don't swing at any bad pitches.
Right.
He's just put a man on to load the bases on his own. So don't help him out.
You sure he said that?
I'm
you sure didn't say, hey, hit a grand slam right here?
Yeah, no, I'm sure that's what he said. Because he's hoping if he does that, he'll hit a grand slam.
Well, Brandon Cox has a home run in this game. He takes a
Where was
high
it?
fastball.
Picnic area down in left field line?
Yes.
Yep. That's if anybody's going to hit a home run for the high school level, mainly that's where it's going to be.
Was it Steve Cooper that went down the left field line? I'll tell you, I think Brandon Cox went. Did he go left center? Was it that one that bounced off the top of the wall? I believe it was right where the 2001 placard memorial is out there, Tom. It was a majestic blast. Maybe that was Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 4 days now. I forgot. There was 2 home runs hit in this game. One by BG Steve Cooper, the other one by Brandon Cox. He's got a 3-1 count in his favor, and the base is loaded. So stay tuned for this pitch from Chris Kujawski. Inside, and he had nothing to hit. He gets an RBI for the walk. It's 8-2.
See, there you go.
There you go. Good advice.
That was the advice that his coach gave him. And here comes Mark Dietering now to the mound to try to talk to Kujawski.
Or make a move.
Yeah, he did look down to the bullpen to see if his guy is ready.
Probably, he must be because he's watching hands on hips.
Yep, and there is going to be a pitching change.
So Chris is going to leave the game, not how he drew up the 6th inning, I'm sure, as he leaves them loaded with nobody out still and 1 run in.
And this could be, you don't know, but all they need 4 runs.
Walk-off.
This could be the 10.
Actually,
the 10-run rule.
It would now.
They would have the bottom of the
chance
6th.
to bat.
They would have the bottom of the 6th, and then
right.
that would be it.
And then
so it would cut things.
My evening would be even shorter here.
Yes, it would cut things by an inning.
John Collins with Tom King. Tim O'Neill is our cameraman today, and he was Friday night as well. That rainstorm really caught us by surprise. It was such a beautiful evening coming in here. Now, it would seem more likely to rain on a day like this, but we didn't. I don't think any one of the 3 of us, Ron, myself, or Tim, had looked at the forecast, and all of a sudden the skies opened up. You could have used a jet ski within 15 minutes to go from first to third base. That's how much water came down in a span of 10 minutes.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Because I was, it was a nice night, and I was at the the epic historical Bruins collapse.
Oh.
So I was indoors.
Wow.
And when I left the garden at around 11:20, I walked out 11:30, and it was wetter. We could tell. I could tell it had rained.
3-0 and 3-0.
In fact, it was raining on the way up. So
is that way our karmic payback for what we did to the Yankees in 2004? Because it was like, I mean, we all would have willingly paid that price, but still, the Bruins can't get back to the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Can't get to the finals, and can't get to the Eastern Conference Finals. They've been lost in the first. They've had 3 straight years of 7th game losses.
Right. The worst part was I got the score from somebody. I wasn't watching the game. I got the score when it was 3-0.
Here, so
I was told they were playing very well. They were up 3-0, and we already were looking forward to the Bruins-Canadiens series. And then the Flyers went in and treated the Canadiens rudely in the first game, 6-0. I mean, they look cup-bound right now, and maybe the story of the 2010 hockey season. But I digress. We go back to the baseball on the field, and the next person who has a chance to drive in potentially the 10-run rule in the person of himself, number 22 for South, is Dan McCormick, the heavy-hitting cleanup batter for South. The pitch catches the upper outer corner with the fastball into the game, and pitching for BG is number 15, Garrett Kelly. He is a junior. He's a left-hander. He's got a slide step, kind of a quick release, very little wasted motion in Garrett Kelly's delivery to the plate. A lot of arm whip snap, and he throws a second strike over the outer third, and it's a 1-2 count on McCormick. Was yet to swing in this at bat. Bases loaded, nobody out. 8-2. 1 run is in the inning already. The pitch is a curve that stays wide, and it's 2-2. Working that outer part of the plate, Tom. This is where I guess maybe McCormick is such a good inside fastball hitter that he won't try it, but he has him set up for that if he wants to try it here. He leaves it in the middle of the plate and he hammers it. Base hit, 1 run scores.
Yeah, it was hit so hard, John, it can only do station to station at this point.
Absolutely.
He hit that hard. He got his pitch. Again, they were working the outer part of the plate, and they decided to try to come inside and just got too much of the plate.
A lot of the plate. I think he missed his target, you're right, and left it about 6 inches to the middle of the plate. You know, he was aiming for the inside corner, and he didn't get it, and making him pay. Dan McCormick hammers it to center field. Playing good shallow center, Mike Spirito prevents a 2-run single, but the rally continues. 2 runs are in, still bases loaded, still nobody out. This is all kinds of trouble. This is going to bring in 3 deep off the wall. I spoke too soon. A good play out there as it rattles around, though, in the infield, and BJ's going to leave. Here comes the runner. Throw to the plate is not in time. Standing.
Standing up, no slide.
Dan McCormick.
No slide. Very, very interesting when he decided not to slide. I don't think there was anybody there to tell him to slide. And
Alex Trammell waved at him. He chose not to block the plate. He might have had a play on him.
Well, he really couldn't block the plate, John, because the throw was coming in from the other side.
Right.
So he's got to.
Devastating, though.
He's got to make the catch and turn and try to make the tag, and just couldn't do it in time.
That's 10 runs right there, and there is still nobody out in this inning. So in danger of being 10-run ruled unless they come back and score at least 1 run, barring more scoring by the Panthers in this inning.
You've done what? Maybe one full game this year? It was Guertin North, I think. Was that it?
It was a 10-run rule.
Yeah.
Yep.
You did a 10-run north-south rule.
Actually, we had a good game between South and North. I believe it was 3-2, Tim?
Yeah, that was a good game. That was a close game.
Yeah.
But that was the only game that was complete that you had.
Right. Right down to the wire. Or was it South? Yeah, BG came back and beat somebody.
They
North.
beat North.
Yes, and then North beat South handily. The 10-run rule kicked in. That was the good game. BG against North.
Yep. Tony Phillips threw a gem for.
He did. It was a highlight game for
Phillips.
BG.
is the real deal. I mean, he worked all fall. Did not play football so he could be able to pitch.
He's got a live arm. As it goes off my old radio glass over to the right. Fouled back.
Yeah, you've got almost as much time invested over the last 12 years here as I do.
Almost. I think he
nice pitch.
Fouled off to the right.
Curveball that just caught him off guard. He was lucky to get a piece of it.
The pitcher again is Garrett Kyle. He is a junior. And the batter is Nick Pulio, one of Ron Welliver's favorite players because of his displays of enthusiasm no matter what the game situation. He gets caught looking at a brilliant curveball that catches the outside corner from Kelly. Nicely done. A caught looking for only the first out of the 5th. They make that the 6th inning for the Panthers. They're up 12-2. On second base, that's Matt Hughes, by the way, that got the huge double. It rattled off that right field wall. Is that the Iwo Jima statue out there that's depicted on the right field wall? I think it is, right? And then you have the 9/11 on the left center field
9/11 on the left center field wall, and then that would be it.
It was the American Defenders who were just in here, of course, last season, and they had that military theme.
And they are no more.
At all.
They are no more as far as the military connection.
Curveball in the dirt.
The franchise that is in Pittsfield now has been sold. There's only one member of the ownership group still with it, and it's not connected to the military all-star team at all.
Now, Ryan Hickey, who's batting right here,
he was the pitcher who got who had all sorts of problems against North.
Yeah, high chopper to second baseman, and he's going to be out for the second out of the inning. Hughes advances to third. I have a notation here that says Clemson. Does that mean he's going to play ball there, or is he just going to attend there, you think? That's a really big baseball school.
It is a big baseball school. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, now, about Anthony Gaddis from the second baseman from North, very impressed with his play that I saw.
Of course, you're a second baseman.
Yeah, but I mean, he's the real deal to me.
They've got a lot of them over there,
And
John.
I heard
really
he's not going to play next year. I heard he's not going to play. He's a kicker, right, on the football team,
Yeah.
multi-talented,
Yeah.
one of those guys. Like, you know who's a guy that does that too, I heard, is Brandon Inge. He can play baseball, and he's also a good kicker. But I don't think he should give up baseball. That's my opinion. He should keep playing. He's got too much natural instinct, I think, to abandon the game. I guess he's good at soccer too, something like that. So I guess he's got a lot of options, but that would just be my opinion. Grounded off the plate. It's going to go back to Kelly, and he's got a rather easy play to retire the side. But damage done as the South Panthers plate a total of, was it 5 runs?
4 runs. Well, 5 runs.
Yeah.
5 runs, yeah.
So it's 12-2, and they do have a 10-run advantage on BG, which makes it the equivalent of a closeout inning for the South. If they can get out of this with no runs scored, they will end it right here at the end of 6. This is a resumed game. It was rain delayed back on Friday evening with South up 7-2. The two teams have reconvened here this evening. I would imagine that they would have scheduled a practice around this. Maybe not. You know.
Well, they would have had a game yesterday, and no practice. No, I don't think there's any practice involved.
So.
I think you come in. This is their
kind of
practice.
just warm up.
This is their practice.
Yeah.
This is it
Yeah.
for South. Guertin has another game after this. So,
okay, yeah.
So Guertin will have Trinity after this. We'll also have
Guertin's going to have plenty of baseball. Tom will call that game between BG and Trinity. How's Trinity look
Trinity's
this year?
coming in at 9-6, so they're right in the middle of the upper playoff path. You know, the next level down from the top 4. Team that made it to the semis last year and was everybody's pick to win the tournament and lost in the semifinals to Alvern.
Wow. Dylan Lustig is taking his warm-up tosses, coming in from first base. Taking over him at first is Jared Maloney, number 55.
I tell you, I bet BG wishes they could play this Trinity game right now, right after this game is over, because I wonder how long the rain is going to hold off, because it is supposed to rain eventually tonight.
Yeah, and they're going to have, at this rate, they're going to have an hour between games.
Well, you know, usually your team will show up at the field 45 minutes to an hour before the game to warm up and everything else and take infield. And
but
so
BG is ready to go. Like
BG, yeah, I was just going to say BG is ready to go. So
Alex Trammell. Fastball hits the upper outer. Trammell did not think so. It had a little bit of a tail on it as Lustig really pops the mitt.
Catchers never like the umpire's calls, right, when they're at the plate?
No. Cue shot.
Oh,
Gendron's up with it. Throw to first.
Right.
You caught that,
He tossed the bat in disgust. He really thought, you know,
any mention of that from the home plate
thought
umpire?
he got his pitch and held on to the bat a little bit during his run and then just flung it.
Yeah, out toward where he hit the ball, which was toward the shortstop. Gendron, very smooth play. Nick Phillips, the batter. 1 up, 1 down for BG in the bottom of the 6th inning. They're trying to come up with a run to prolong this game. Otherwise, the 10-run rule will end it. Lustig throws it over Nick's head. Lost the handle on what looked like he was trying to throw a slider. Maybe over the inner corner, and he just lost the handle. So it's 1 ball and no strikes on Phillips. Lustig rocks and throws. High pop coming back our way. Probably going to scrape the front of the booth. No, it hit the luxury boxes and stayed up there. A souvenir for another year.
Yep.
Somebody going to come in here and make use of the stadium, maybe. The 1-1. Looked like a change missed low.
My guess would be if there's a tenant that would be here for 10, 15, 20 games, it would be a NECBL team, Collegiate League.
Makes sense. high pop-up in the infield. Gendron's calling for it. He's right behind second base and makes the catch.
Guertin now down to their final out in this game.
Now, would this be Steve Cupa that hit the home run in game 1?
And as we said, just as this game is just about to end, in comes Trinity, wondering what's going on.
It's Cody Gilchrist. I don't believe Cupa's hit yet. Cupa is number 23. Gilchrist, number 5, at the plate. Cody does have a hit in this game. His last time up, he popped to the second baseman and singled. Looks at strike 1, coming right after the hitters with a 10-run lead. Of course, Dylan Lustig. Trinity arriving here for the game that Tom will call later.
Yeah, arriving about 90 minutes before the game.
Bender misses. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Lustig going from the windup.
Boy, quiet stadium.
Yeah, it's like a church.
Quiet stadium. Not too many people came out. How was the crowd before the rain came on Friday night?
It was nice. It was a nice night. It was a Friday evening. Had a lot of the student body here.
Looked like a super night.
They had a couple hundred people here.
Yeah.
Lustig throws. Hard hit right center, and it is going to grab some grass.
Cooper can hit.
And it's actually Gilchrist who goes to second base.
Gilchrist.
I misspoke earlier.
Sorry.
Cody Gilchrist. Nice
Gilchrist
hit.
can hit. That was a nice inside-out swing, opposite field, right up the gap.
Cupa's up now, Tom. He has a home run in this game. I believe he is the batter that went up and got the ball and hammered it over the left center field wall about 380 feet for his home run. And then, or was it Cox? I don't remember. They were both nice shots, though, and no doubters. Curveball hits the outside corner, 0-1 on Cupa, who'd just like to drive this run in here and give his team some more at-bats.
Give John Collins another inning.
Yeah, that's what it
would do.
But he's down 0-2 as Lustig throws a couple of benders, staying away from that fastball ability.
Staying away from the fastball. Had some velocity on that curve, though, John. It also had a lot of the plate with it.
Yep. So now
they're looking away.
Got to protect.
They're looking to go away, and they do, and it's outside for ball.
Good zip on that, but it was just a few inches out. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
So now the question is, where does he come? Does he try to bust him inside?
Yes. And that's
Looks
where the
that way.
catch is
That's where
up.
they're setting up. Yep. See, it's
misses his spot.
It's 2-2. Oh, I think he hit the spot. I think the setup was a little bit too far inside.
If you're going to miss inside.
Yep.
Yep. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And now Cupa just backed off the plate a little bit. You notice that? He's about another step away.
Yep.
So now if I'm South, I want to come outside again. And they do.
And he checks his swing.
Right.
So it's gone full on Cupa, who may not see a pitch to hit in this at-bat. We'll find out.
No reason to. You got first base open. He's that good of a hitter. I would not give him anything over the middle of the plate. Don't worry about the walk.
Garrett Kelly, a left-handed batter, is on deck. The 3-2 pitch with 2 outs here. South with a 10-run lead. Strike 3 called. He painted.
My. Barely got that corner.
He nipped it. A beautiful pitch.
Nice
by Dylan
pitch,
Lustig
and
to
that
close
will do it. Yep.
So Cupa, who did homer in this game, gets caught looking for the second time on the nicest pitch of the evening to close it out by Dylan Lustig. So
great job by
just
Lustig.
like that, the runs, the big rally was not by the team that was down by 5. It was by the team that was up by 5. So 5 runs scored, but instead of being a tie game at 7-7, it's a blowout at 12-2 on the resumed game of the rainout from Friday night. So, Tom, you didn't get to see the whole game, but now you get to call one. So good luck with Trinity against BG.
Trinity against BG, which will be an interesting game. I think Guertin needs it now. They're 4-10.
Yeah.
They need to win almost every game. They can't. Yeah. They need at least 2 or 3 more wins, maybe 3 more wins to get into the tournament.
Well, I'm going to look forward to doing a playoff game with you on Nashua ZTV.
Yep, that'll be fun. We'll have to see which.
Hopefully, we can get one here at Holman.
Who's involved? Well, I would think North would be here for a first-round playoff.
Okay.
Game.
All right. It's a date. Thanks, Tom, for joining me.
No problem, John.
Tim O'Neill, excellent job as always. Our executive producer, Pete Johnson. You've been watching Nashua High School Baseball, South versus BG at Holman Stadium. The final score in a game that was split up over 4 nights. It's 12-2. South beats BG in this one. Good evening from Holman Stadium, everybody.